Let me try this again. Uh-oh.
Hard Rock Lunchbox.
Oh man, what is up, everybody? I still feel like we're having microphone level problems, but I have absolutely no idea how to fix them. So we're just going to go ahead and do it like this. Because it seems like last week the music was so much louder, and my compression was just kind of on point, if you want to get all technical about it. But I literally have no idea what's going on currently with this. I know that sounds like something I should have fixed. Oh my god, is it that bad? Am I whispering? Oh man, how the hell am I going to fix this? Are we going to do an entire show of me trying to fix this? It was not better. Okay, cool. Man, I gotta tell you, I just don't know what the hell is going on. Board is fine. Board is loud. Microphone level. Okay, that's good. So, all right. So I'm going to engage the chat real quick. You guys cannot hear me. All right. We could turn this off, see what happens here. Nope. Okay. Now, with any luck, I should be on. All right. So okay, you can hear me fine now. It definitely sounds weird to me. It sounds like the music is way louder than I am. Patrick was fine. I swear to God, you have not had tech support until you have had the chat tell you what's going on. This is the greatest. Yeah, man. I don't really know what's going on. So, it says everything's working, but apparently not everything is going out. That seems to be the main issue. So, I guess if I just turn everything else down, maybe that'll work. Hang on. This is fascinating, isn't it? It's not too much gain. It's right. The levels are the same on the board as they always are. I think it might be a Windows setting, maybe even a Windows update. I'm even trying a new microphone today because I was worried that the old microphone that I was using was not being cool. But yeah, for those of you that are going to see this in 2 weeks on the top 20, you're going to see a new microphone that I'm using here. It's not a brand new microphone. It's actually a microphone I found in a box here, basically spurned by last week's conversation about the microphones I like and all that other stuff. So I'm just trying a new microphone. It looks very much more broadcasty. You'll see it. It's, chrome-ish. It's actually a CAD microphone. I don't know. It was literally in the box. I had never used it. I have no idea why I have it. I have no idea where I got it, but it was literally there. So I was considering using like one of my Rode, or even like I have this Blue Yeti microphone that's actually red. But I was going to use that, but I was just trying to figure out which one I was going to use because I've been using my Beta 58 forever. And then something happened, so I guess I'm going to have to do some tech work, some actual figuring stuff out work, which I don't want to do. But I'm going to have to probably do that. Some actual see what the problem is kind of situation over the week. But I guess I'll figure that out on my own time and not waste more of your time. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Hard Rock Lunchbox. Yeah, man. I am not digging this at all. It's really starting to piss me off. Actually, I wonder what these buttons do. What does this do? Nope, that's the reverb one. I don't know what this one does. I think that's More about the compression. No, that's not the compression. I mean, I can pull the compressor out. Honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen after that, so I'll probably leave that alone. I don't know what this one is. I can keep turning it up, and then I'm just way modulated, so I'm just going to come right back down. And, yeah, this is definitely a Windows setting, and this is why I think this is what, like, I don't know why this is not showing up. Like, it should show up on Windows. And, yeah. Change access, blah, blah, blah. No, that's fine. I'm going to give up. I'm going to do this on my own time. I'm sorry for wasting your time and for wasting my time. Because there's clearly something going on with the internal mixing engine of Windows, because I'm sure an update has come through and somebody at Microsoft was like, we should fix this for everybody because this will make it better, and they're completely wrong. So I don't know what else to do other than just power on through. But man, I am sorry. I am annoyed by it. If it makes you feel any better, I am absolutely annoyed by it. But, oh, look at that. Making sounds. Don't know what this is. Open sound settings. Master volume. Ooh, I could test my microphone. What do you think that'll do? Let's see what that. Oh, advanced sound options. Hang on. Microphone. Nope, that didn't help. And test my microphone. What do you think that does? Device properties. Oh. What is this? I found it! All hail me! Now let me undo absolutely everything I've done. Hang on 1 second, everybody. It is so good to hear me. I mean, for me, not for you. I got to turn everything down. Now I'm just hell loud. I wonder. Listen, the chat can sit there and complain all it wants, but you can't tell me that it wasn't fun coming along on this little journey with me. I mean, god damn it, look at this. I'm so loud. All hail me. I don't even know what to do now. I feel like that's all we're here to accomplish. I'm going to even turn this down more. What do you think of that? So, yeah. Look at me. Look at me. I am so goddamn proud of myself right now. I mean, this is absolutely one of the dumbest things that's happened on the box in at least 20 minutes. And, man, all right. I just don't know how I got here. All right, listen. If this happens again, I have to go to device properties for the microphone in sound. Yeah, Artifact's 100% right. This is undoubtedly the best show opening in the history of radio. I will take my radio Emmy or Oscar now. Thank you. I feel like there is nothing more important I can talk about today that has surpassed that opening. I can only imagine what this is going to look like on the top 20. I'm hoping it's going to look like absolute garbage because that's the way we do things around here. Yeah, exactly. Whew. Now I've had time to catch my breath and fix my microphone and generally be ruler and leader and master of all I survey. It is time to get to the actual start of the show. Yes, I realize we're 10 minutes in. All right, well, we'll do it quick. We'll do a little roll call. The new episode of Top 20 is out today. It's kind of the one where I talk about post-COVID working America, and I talk about, like, unions versus corporations and corporate interests and stuff like that. It's not political. It's more socioeconomical than anything else, so if you're interested in that sort of stuff, I would check it out. Also, there is a new episode of Bacon is My Podcast up. I did not get to watch this week's episode, and it's funny, too, because I felt bad that I didn't get a chance to watch it, but what I did do is I went to watch the new Crewicide episode. That's Annie Stoick's episode, because I wanted to give... I have not watched that one in a week, so I gave that one a shot. And to be perfectly fair, like, I invested a lot of time in the week before BIMP episode with Josh from Silverstein, which I'll just recommend it again. You know, you should... If you haven't watched it yet, you should go check that out. Super, super interesting. But I watched the Crewicide episode, the Crewicide podcast this week, which is also on YouTube, and you should check it out. What's funny about it is, like... Annie and B for the hosts. Actually, I learned something this week on that podcast. Annie's nickname is Puss or Puss Puss, and it's not sexual, and she does not divulge why she is called Puss or Puss Puss. So we are going to have to do a deep dive investigation. I'm thinking one of these. Into why Annie Stoick is actually nicknamed Puss Puss, because I thought Stoic was plenty, but apparently not. Annie, of course, reaching for the stars once again. But it's a funny podcast because they bring in... It's basically like Tales from the Road from Roadies. And anybody that was a fan of Roadies, the HBO show, which I loved, by the way, I think would really dig this podcast. It's story after story, and they were talking about this time that they were all supposed to go to the Super Bowl, and then they didn't end up going to the Super Bowl, and they're all still mad about it. It's like 20 years ago and stuff like that. So it's definitely worth checking out. I didn't get to finish that one either because basically I suck at time management. I have like 9 full-time jobs and a soccer team to coach, and I have to just completely slay all the technical difficulties on the box here because my engineering department around here, they kind of suck. But, hey, how mad am I going to get somebody that looks exactly like me? Am I right? So, anyway. That's all the housekeeping. That's stuff. Blah blah blah. Oh, my video. I did an interview with Jackie Raven and Tristan, who are both DJs here on the station. They're both hella funny. They're both super supportive. It's actually funny doing an interview with somebody from Texas and England at the same time. I don't recommend it for everybody if you can't handle the accents, but if you can, strongly recommend it. Apparently that video is going to be posted sometime later today. You can check my Facebook page. I'll tell you about that. We talked for about an hour. I couldn't tell you anything that we actually talked about, but we did definitely laughed a lot, and it was like Saturday afternoon, so all my energy was on the table, so it was definitely interesting to check out. I'll post that for you guys later. Which brings us to what I wanted to do. Yes, the chat is absolutely correct. Although officially, I don't know that there is a date for Ashes released. They did kind of say something's going to happen on May 27th. I mean, I might know what that is. I might not know what that is. I'm just saying that if you follow Craving Strange on Instagram at all, 5/27 seems like an important date, but there's been lots of dates in history like that people thought were going to be important, like Jonestown, the D.C. insurrection was a big one. Remember all that stuff? So it could be just another lie. For all we know, Craving is releasing the next song and just skipping right over Ashes. Wouldn't that be a bitch? Yeah. Anyway. So here's what I want to talk about. So, I know, 14 minutes in, it's time for the top 20. Woo! So this is something that has now come up in my work life. Work and like when I say work life, it's like work, band, soccer, all those things. All the jobs I do that aren't actually like, including my job, right? Including this. So there's this trend of things that are coming up, and it has just sort of struck me. And I know sometimes my band members will listen to the show, and if you do, like, don't take any offense to anything I'm about to say. I'm trying to point out something specific, and if you're guilty of doing it, maybe listen to what I have to say and maybe hear things from the other side. And if you're somebody that does this or somebody that deals with this, know that you're not alone, and maybe like we can explore like why this kind of thing happens. I have found myself in no less than five. Sorry, I forgot. For those of you watching, I need all fingers in my thumb. Five times in the past couple months where I have been up against this situation where somebody tells me, if you don't want my opinion, why do you ask for it? And that's fine if I dismiss your opinion as, like nobody asked for it, which I never do. It's something I don't do. No, I take that back. I do that. I do. Oh, man. To-do. Show's so much funnier when I can hear myself. or not. I do that social media. And honestly, you know what's funny this week? I have not been on Facebook since last week to change the picture to say that it was time for to say that it was time for the Hard Rock Lunchbox. And I think I posted that I was going to be on the Jackie Raven thing, the rock bar. But like I haven't gone on to Facebook and interacted with anybody because I just I'm over it, at least for this week. I feel much better, much happier, and I knew that. It's my stomping ground for fighting and arguing and stuff like that. But that is where I do that. That is where I dismiss people's opinions because, as I've said for the past year or two, like I am not interested in debating, political science or geopolitical anything with somebody that couldn't get above a C+ on a third grade book report, right? Like if you're a complete idiot and a moron, you don't get to step into the ring with me. You have to fight your way up. And I know plenty of people you can fight your way up with, but like I'm not having an intellectual conversation with somebody that can't spell and just blindly believes stuff that is false, and like we're not even going to get into the flat Earth, flat Mars situation because that's a whole other conversation. So I take it back. I absolutely do that. But also, there's a difference between dismissing somebody's opinion out of hand and not agreeing with somebody's opinion and deciding to not go forward with somebody's opinion. And I have been getting pushback from this. Like I said, I get it often in the band, and it's really getting to a point where I'm just really quite tired of dealing with it. And I get it because it's more. I guess it's more sensitive. It's more personal. Like everybody wants to step up, and everyone thinks that their ideas are good, and thinks that this path is the way forward. And it's just not always the case. And I think the problem I have with the band is that. There's not a lot of self-editing that goes on in the band. Like I've been doing this for a while, and I've been in situations where I've had no say in bands, and I know what that's like, and I know what I've agreed to. When I was in KHC, or when it was still called Rana Page, I didn't have any say. Like I didn't have any say. It was literally, here is your part, just play it, and that was fine. It was actually. There's a certain freedom to being a hired gun in a situation. Like, you just know your place, you know your role, and you just do the best you can. In fact, I did so well at doing that role that by the time it rolled into KHC, I actually had some say. I mean, I wasn't writing songs, but I was writing my own parts, and I could actually have opinions that mattered and direction and stuff like that, and it was good. Like, that was good. And then when I was in Narcotic Gypsy, like, I had all kinds of say, but the head writer of that band, when he came back and rejoined the band, didn't like my songs. And he told me flat out, he's like, I just don't like your songs, so I don't want to do them. Which is remarkably childish and immature, but we were 22, so we hadn't learned anything yet. You know what I mean? So I hated it at the time, to the point where I still stayed in the band because it was a good thing for my career to be in the band at that time, but I formed an entirely other band called Sufferful that would eventually roll in and become G. Davy, and then that would eventually become Rebel 9. But I formed this total other side band for all of my ideas and for all of my songs. And Sufferful released 2 EPs. We played all over the island. We were together way longer than Narcotic Gypsy was, and that was just that. And that band I actually kind of co-managed with my best friend at the time, Wayne, who was my bass player. He's actually Charlotte's godfather. Like, we worked as a team together to do those things, and opinions really mattered, and not everything, like, I would have a lot of leg to stand on when it came to stuff like lyrics and, like, but only because I was the one writing the lyrics. But in terms of music, Wayne and I split all that. In terms of band development, we split all that. And sometimes he was better at stuff than I was, so he would do that. He definitely handled all the recording. Like, I could not record. I learned how to record from Wayne. You know, so and then as G. Davey rolled in, I had members that were less wanna be involved in stuff, and so I had to take over the reins of that and really drive that ship, and that kind of carried on into Revel 9. And you have problems with people that don't want to contribute, right? They don't want to contribute. They don't put any skin in the game. It tends to not matter as much. But then you run into the situation where I have, like right now in Revel 9, where I do have members that want to contribute stuff, and I do have members that absolutely do contribute stuff, but they think that it's not enough, or they want to have more say in things, or they want to do more things, or have more control over things. And sometimes the ideas they bring to the table are just not the right ones for that time, not the right ones for that song, or it's the wrong thing at the wrong time. Like, I do that too. And one of the biggest things that I think I've had with the band over the past couple of years is everyone just bitches and whines and complains about parts of theirs that get cut, and they get all butthurt about stuff like that. And the reality is, like, nobody gets stuff cut more than I do. Nobody in the band. And nobody ever hears me complain about it, because there's no point in complaining about it. The goal is to make the band better, to make the song better, to make the project better. And the means to that end is making the right choices, or the best choices, as we go. And it's so funny to me when people get caught up and like, well, this was my idea and it didn't matter. Like, we had a song called Clutch. We had a song called Clutch. It was a song that I wrote based off of one of Tony's riffs. Tony came in with this riff, and I wrote an entire song around it. I wrote all the music for it, guitar-wise and stuff, based on this riff. I wrote all the lyrics to it, and it was the very first song cut on when we went into production of the record. So Tony had a riff cut from the record. I had an entire lyric cut. I had an entire rest of the song cut. All that stuff. Just gone in minutes. And I didn't complain about it at all, because that's kind of how that works. Even when we went in to do Believe actually made it to the record, but Believe has a verse that's completely missing from the record. And in my opinion, just removes a lot of the basis for the story for the song, and just you know, like, we were just like, nah, that verse doesn't work, and it just got cut out. And like, okay, like, I guess that's what we're doing now. You know, it's like, these things literally do happen to me. I just don't bitch about them. So a lot of stuff that I want to do doesn't happen either. Like, I've asked the band to do some things and they don't do them, and it's like, okay, I guess we're not doing those things. So it's like, we're all trying to do the same thing, but then every single time that there is some sort of conflict and one path needs to be chosen, what I get is like, I guess I just won't do anything anymore, and I'll just, you know, sit here and do nothing and let you do whatever it is you want to do. Or if you don't want my opinion, why did you ask for it? Like, the 4-year-old pushback bitching little girls crap that is so frustrating for someone that's literally trying to move a situation along. And I find this in work, I find this in personal relationships sometimes, but I absolutely find it in the band lately, and I don't know why people insist on doing it. I don't know if it's just a response to just being, to feeling a certain way, and they just can't separate personal from business. I don't know what it is. I do know that in situations that I've been in similar, not in this band, but in bands similar to this one, a lot of the pushback is like, I want to be in charge and I want to do what you do. And it's like, okay, man, do what I do then. Like, what? There literally is just no way to just do what somebody else does. I've been seeing this a lot with other people, like in the Sandbox, people doing their podcasts and video things and stuff like that, and they're like, well, how come this isn't doing this? Like, I want to do what you do. And it's like, dude, man, it has taken me years to do what I do. Like, it literally has taken me years to do this. And it's not like I just woke up like, I want to do that, and I just did it. You know, it was, I want to do that, and I worked to go do it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Do you want me to stop doing what I'm doing so that somebody else can feel good? I mean, we have a rule, like in travel soccer, like, you have to earn your game time. The right person for the right job goes in. The right plan goes in when it's a 1-to-1 game. When it's a 9-to-1 game, I don't care. Everybody can play. But I'm not playing a 9-to-1 game. I'm playing a 2-to-1, a 1-to-1 game. So we use the best thing we can do at the time that's going to be the best for us, publicly and all this other stuff. And I feel like if you look into what you're saying and the best for the band or the best for the project isn't the reason you're doing something, then you're wrong. You're absolutely in the wrong, and you just have some sort of personal issue you need to work out. And I've been super supportive with this band and other bands. Like, you guys want to do side projects? Do side projects. Do them all day long. I'm doing a side project. I've done side projects. I've worked with Mikey and Jimmy on stuff. Like, I'm going to, work with other people. I write songs I don't bring to the band because they're not really appropriate for the band. Like, you want to go be me in another band? Go be me in another band. But figure out what your place is in Rebel 9. But I sure as hell don't want somebody that's just showing up and just riding along. Like, you're going to do work if you want to be in this band, because I want the best possible product that we want, that we can possibly get. And I don't see the point in doing it otherwise. And holy crap, it's 12:26. I'm going to shut the hell up. It is time to get this pig moving. Right? Pig, ship, boat, whatever. Who cares? Box. Time to get this box moving. And who better with some super on point A Day to Remember. And I'll shut up now and for a while. See you on the other side.